This is how grocery stores manipulate you and make you spend your money on your sugar addictions.
And so it became less resilient to the idea that they should eat healthy. And the more primitive part of their brain, the part that wanted that nice, fat, sugary cake, took over. That was a watershed moment in how businesses could manipulate their consumers into making bad choices in purchasing. So now let's take a walk through your supermarket. Most supermarkets are not going to have the door in the middle of the front of the store. Instead, the door or the doors will be on either side. That's because people are kind of like rats in a maze. We like to turn to the wall. So when you go in, you're going to turn to whichever side that door is closest to. So if it's on the left side of the store, you're going to go to the left wall. If it's on the right side of the store, you're going to go to the right wall. And they want you to do that. See, either wall is going to have one of two things. It's almost always vegetables or a bakery. Sometimes flowers, because that works the same as a bakery. You see, when you smell fresh bread or fresh flowers, you have a pleasant experience. And if you're feeling good, you're more likely to buy stuff. That's why when you go to a resort in Las Vegas, they all pipe in a smell because they're trying to make you feel good. And they want you to start your shopping experience in the vegetable section, because the intellectual part of your brain, the part you got to work at, knows you should eat healthy. And so it wants you to have lots of zucchini. Your meat and your dairy products are almost always at the back of the store. That's where you're going to go next. After you go up that wall full of vegetables, you're going to hit the dairy and you're going to hit the meat, and you're going to be more likely to buy those products while you're still fresh. Then they're going to make you go up and down aisle after aisle, often looking for stuff. You ever wonder why you can't find something where you think it's supposed to be? It's because they don't want you to. They want you to keep looking for it. And you're going to have to look through 1,700 kinds of spaghetti sauce. And it's hard to figure out which one that you're supposed to get. And they want to make it a little hard for you too. They're trying to wear you out. You ever wondered why there's not an essentials aisle at a supermarket? The place where you can go where 90% of what you want is just right there. I mean, we all want the same stuff. Why don't they have an aisle like that? Because they don't want you to have an aisle like that. They want you to walk up and down aisle after aisle, getting slowly more and more tired, more and more likely to just do an impulse buy and reach over and buy that box of sugary syrup. Also subconsciously control what you look at as you're going up and down those aisles. You know, they use eye tracking software to look where people look. And they see that they usually look at eye level. And so those are going to be the items that they want to sell you more. The stuff down on the bottom nobody looks at, that's going to be the stuff they make the least profit on. The stuff in the middle, that's what they want you to buy. So you've just gone down an exhausting aisle of spaghetti sauce. And you get to the end, and there's an end gondola there. You know, that end part that has the deal on the cookies or the chips or the beer. That's prime real estate, because studies show that after you go down that aisle full of spaghetti sauces that you've had to try and figure out, and without even realizing it, you're a little tired, when you make that turn, you're more likely to reach out and to buy that item. And then you finally get in the line, and what's there? All the chocolate, all the candy, all the stuff you would never buy normally. But fatigue brings impulse buying. This is just one of the tricks that companies use in order to sell you stuff you don't want. Have you spend your money on things you don't need. And it's not going to work every time. Sometimes you know you only need a can of peaches and you go and get the can of peaches and leave. But it works enough of the time. It's a numbers game for them. If they can get most of the people, most of the time, to buy extra stuff that they don't need, well, then they won. And you never even knew you lost.
Peace.